Here I've got a pile of ordinary nails, and I've been wanting to melt them down completely. Normally that's not an easy task, but I ordered this compact induction furnace off eBay, and it should be strong enough to pull it off. To kick things off, I just need to carefully dump every one of these nails into the crucible. After that, I'll crank the power knob all the way to 3,500 watts and flip the switch. At first it looked like nothing was happening at all, but then a bit of smoke started rising, which made me think things were finally starting. Over the next 30 seconds, the nails began shifting colors, and I noticed a faint glow forming at the bottom of the chamber. That told me the heat was building nicely, and my aim was to push it up to nearly 1600 degrees Celsius, which is close to 2,900 degrees Fahrenheit. Usually with a classic furnace or open flame, hitting that temperature is extremely tough. What I find awesome is that this tiny machine, which runs using induction, is supposed to make it way simpler. I still wasn't fully convinced this budget eBay device would manage it, but then sparks suddenly flew out. That meant there was molten steel collecting at the bottom of the crucible, so I kept the heat going and eventually everything turned liquid. It started tossing out even more sparks, and honestly, it looked kind of like a mini fireworks show. Either way, I covered the top and let it cook a bit longer. By this stage, I should have had some insanely hot molten steel, and I could finally remove it from the heater. Then I poured it into a warmed graphite mold, and it was so bright that it almost hurt to look at. After that, I just had to let the whole thing cool down, which took quite a while. When I checked back about an hour later, it looked solid enough, so I pulled it free. What I ended up with was a solid chunk of steel, which I thought was pretty neat, but it also looked kind of rough, so I felt like it needed some cleanup. I hit it quickly with an angle grinder and a bit of polish, and this was the final result. It's definitely not perfect, but considering this started out as a pile of nails, I'm honestly really satisfied with how it came out.